Blog Talk Radio.
There are assembled the world's four greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're redoing the show right now about Batman because Blog Talk Radio took a gigantic dump on our last show. So hopefully they'll be giving us another show today. So we used the trade over for midnight so we can go ahead and do the show we have scheduled for tomorrow today. That makes sense. I don't know if it does, but it should. But yeah, we're going to do Batman.
To the Batmobile. Let's go. Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Awesome, because we're going to try and do Batman again. I just want to say thanks to my friends for fucking cheering me up, because I was a little disappointed that the show went off. I didn't think we were going to be able to do it, but we did it, because obviously this is my favorite superhero. Actually, right now I got Batman mask on. We will upload pictures on Facebook. There was the Mortal Kombat Batman dance-off, and I'm sure you guys will see that video here in a little bit. But let's get right to Batman so we can do this. Basically, Batman's my favorite superhero of all time. And I've loved Batman ever since I was a little kid. I grew up on Batman. I watched the Batman show with Burt Ward and Adam West. Basically, because I was a hyperactive child, my mom's like, calm down and watch these superheroes.
They have them on the TV now every Saturday.
Yeah, Nick and Night.
No, MeTV.
MeTV.
And Hub. Well, Hub has them at nighttime now.
But basically, Batman came out in the 30s, and he was made by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. And he originally, the drawing that Bob Kane had was him in a checkered mask and like a red suit and some weird colors. And Bill Finger kind of is mainly, well, I would say he's not kind of, but he's mainly responsible for why Batman looks like he does today. He said, why don't we put a cowl on him, make him a little more menacing looking, take away the wings, give him a cape, and then you have the Batman you see for the first time in Detective Comics number 27, which is really awesome. If you can ever find that comic, that's probably one of the rare, it's probably top 2 rare comics in the world. Because Action Comics number 1 with Superman is number 1, and then Detective Comics number 27 is number 2. They're worth like well over $1 million.
I was a question about that though. What's up with the Detective Comics? Like, whenever I think of Detective Comics, I think of like Dick Tracy or something.
That's basically what it was. That's what it was. It basically started off as like a detective magazine, like it's basically sleuths beating up the bad guys. What started all that. And then they're like, why don't we put some characters in here? And then you see in some of the, like, Detective Comics 17 and 18, they start putting weird characters in. And then they messed around with the Batman, and they started putting him in there. And he, like I said, he was in 27, and then they put the Joker in, and, like, I don't remember which one it was, but a few after Batman. And then after Detective Comics number 35, Batman gets Robin. They introduced Robin as a sidekick. And then we're going to do a little segment about that, so talk about that later. But yeah, I'm just like really excited that Batman is dead. And like the evolution of Batman from back then to the way he is now is just amazing.
From the golden age to the modern age.
You look at Detective 27 comics to Christian Bale Batman.
Oh,
they're two different people. Like, you know, you got the Batman, like, every time like I think of, you know, those kind of Batmans, I think of, you know, more gadgety, you know, or even Michael Keaton Batman. Oh yeah, Michael Keaton was a hard ass. Like I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I mean, Michael Keaton was my favorite Batman. You know, fuck Christian Bale.
Tim Burton.
Yeah, wow. Fuck him and Christian Bale. Michael Keaton blows him out of the water.
He's a badass actor too, man. So I mean, yeah,
you know,
it's awesome.
I say that, but I do love Christian Bale as Batman. I mean, he does personify Batman well, and Bruce Wayne.
Style Batman, though, you know.
And he does have that darker, you know, that darker feel about him. But I'm sorry, Michael Keaton just, bam, as a child, I fell in love with him as Batman.
I don't have, as a Batman enthusiast, like, I don't really have a favorite Batman. But if I was going to pick one, just because every time I watch it, it brings me back to being like a 10-year-old kid sitting on my couch eating fucking Captain Crunch. Because Batman would come on, and you see Adam West running around in the weird short shorts and the bad mask, the bad, horrible lingo,
the bad gadget, the bad acting.
What's synonymous with that show, and it still is today, when you see posters of it or people talk about it, Adam West and Burt Ward, the epic fights, the kapow, the bam, zoom, zap, when they punch somebody, the word pops up. That was good stuff, man. Yeah, that was good. I think that would be my favorite Batman, just because the Batmobile is from 66 episode. It's so epic. I think that's the best Batmobile. That's my favorite Batmobile.
Definitely, hands down. You know, you got the bat shield behind the seat. You got the bat
it's like a big cop shield.
And it's unfolded. It's like horror. It's like an evil dude. And there's like no time. There's like no time or hinge on it, so it's like so floppy.
If an evil dude is going to shoot you, you got to unfold it and you put it in front of your face and grab the handles, and then he's going to shoot through the plastic shield. So it was specially coated. Yeah. And the red phone, that's synonymous. It's sliding down the pole into the bat cave.
Oh, yeah. I miss that. I'm not going to lie. I miss that. I wish they would touch on that more in the movies. I know they're not going to because, you know, Batman's supposed to be realistic, you know, dark now.
Well, let's talk a little more about the evolution of that. Going from the 66 show with Adam West and Burt Ward as Robin. And
holy evolution, Batman.
Obviously. And then they did some cartoons. But let's go from 66 show to Michael Keaton Batman movie.
Well, right away you can notice big changes. I mean, you've got the crappy, you know, Adam West costume to the dark, sexy leather outfit that Michael Keaton dons, and that's a bam change already.
He looked hard ass. Very scary.
Leather. I think it was more of a rubbery substance.
When you see him in the beginning, when I was a kid, I was scared in the theater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was very, like...
And then you take the Batmobile, and that changes too. Like, the Batmobile, you know, kind of looked cartoony and awesome, you know, back in the, you know, Adam West. And then you turn around, and then you got the hard-ass, black Batmobile Michael Keaton dons. And I'm just like, wow.
The coolest part,
different, and I love it.
The coolest part of that movie is when he's going to rescue Vicky Bell the first time he meets her, and he gets out of the car, and he takes the microphone, and he goes, close shields. And you see the Batmobile shields pull up, and everybody's like, all the Gotham City people.
Oh, my gosh, love it.
It was amazing. And then the part where he shoots out, well, I shouldn't say it's my favorite part, because I'll just go on a nerd splurt here.
Yeah, nerd splurt.
As I was going to say earlier, though, is that, like, you know, Batman's really been in, like, you know, the media, you know, a lot. You know, I mean, he's always kind of been there, you know, changing with time, even. So, I mean, like, it is really cool to, you know, see, like, you know, Adam West and all that old school shit, you know, where, like, the most badass that they had at the time was fucking the Fonz, you know. That was badass for them back then. That was their definition of badass.
It's just...
And nowadays we have Bruce Willis and fucking, you know, all
Die Hard
shit. Yeah, you know, we have the most intense shit nowadays, and he's always just evolved constantly with gadgets, with himself, with everything, the story,
the characters.
Everything's always fucking just evolved.
Yeah, it's really amazing. It's like I was saying, the evolution of Batman. To look at the cheesy lines from Burt Ward is like, hand me down the fat shark repellent spray. And then dropping a dude off a building.
And what I love is like, Batman carried that. I didn't know I was going to go on a shark adventure today, but bam, I got it.
Right?
I got it, you know. And, you know, that's cool. But, like, nowadays, you know, it's all
there's nothing like that anymore.
It went from really awesome, fun TV show with intelligent people on the show that were back in the days, borderline hippies.
Oh, yeah.
Fun people.
You know they're smoking weed.
Hanging out in the van before the show, smoking the noob. Let's go do Batman.
Yeah. Let's make it happen.
Let's make Batman fun time.
Let's make it rain happiness.
To the movie where you see a darker side of the Joker, like in the Batman, the first film with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. Oh yeah, you see it goes from I'm getting a prankster but I'm super intelligent and you're not as in much danger to severe I can kill you possibly and I'm going to kill you.
I love it, like in Michael Keaton Joker, Jack Nicholson, he had the whole gas that made you laugh until
one of the scariest parts of the movie too.
Yeah.
Where you see the girl's face, like big smile and keep laughing,
and they're all dead.
Mm-hmm.
And like I love that. And then you turn around and you got, you want to see a trick? I'm gonna make the pencil disappear.
That was
bam!
Immediately into the movie. I was like, this Heath Ledger is a perfect Joker.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this is amazing. Everybody, when we were watching it, we watched the midnight show at Carbondale because we live down here in Southern Illinois, and we're in the movie theater, and you just literally hear everybody gasp when that part of the movie went on.
I know, it was violent, dude. And I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, yeah.
Batman Begins.
Nobody expected it.
The Dark Knight, standing ovation from me.
Yeah.
They earned my respect with them.
The trailer for The Dark Knight Rises already got a standing ovation at some film con or something like that, or CinemaCon. Yeah, that's what it was. They got the trailer just aired, and it got a standing ovation out of every fucking else thing that was preview for this year. It got a standing ovation.
The transition from Batman Begins to The Dark Knight was awesome. Because they leave you at the end of Batman Begins with the Joker card, and you're like, oh, there's going to be another Batman movie.
Oh, definitely.
And who's going to play the Joker? So they left you kind of a cliffhanger-esque ending with, like, man, who's going to play the Joker?
And it's so funny because they almost didn't have the Joker.
Right.
Like he was like a last minute thing.
Is one of the most pickiest people about the movies he does. Like, he didn't want to do Inception without Leonardo DiCaprio. Right? He's like, if Leo doesn't do this movie, we're not finding anyone else. That's how in tune he is to his actors and the depiction of what he sees with the movie.
And I love that about him because, like,
and he just feeds that energy and that idea into his movies and his actors. Like George in our first episode talked about it. He brings the best out of his actors. It's like in The Dark Knight, he brought the best out of Heath Ledger and Christian Bale.
Oh, yeah.
And you see it on the film.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And, like, I love it, and I love the character build-up, and I love how he just finds the right people, and I love that he stays with the same people. Yeah, they changed Bruce Wayne's friend in the movies, and I don't know why they did that. But that was the only person who changed. Everyone else was the same person from the first one, and I love it. I love movies that do that because I don't want to get used to this new phase.
Let's do something really fun right now. Let's go favorite part of any Batman movie.
Of any?
Of your favorite part of any Batman movie. How about we say gasp moment? What was the gasping that in any Batman movie that makes you go, what the fuck?
I'm not going first. Because
I'll go first. I'll go first. I'll start a segment. Because I'm an avid Batman fan.
Yeah.
I think out of the whole group, it's between me and George who knows the most Batman.
Yeah.
Mine is the first Batman when Batman's in the Batwing and the Joker, he's on the street, and he pulls out that huge fucking gun. The long Yeah.
No, I'm going to shoot my dick off. That's what I thought of.
I would say mine would probably be, from The Dark Knight, but it was, whenever, they had that big old ceremony for, the mayor that just died, or the commissioner, he died, then it's just going down the line, and all of a sudden you see Heath Ledger without his makeup on, with the Joker without his makeup on, and all of a sudden, poof, I was like, shit!
You didn't know he was there.
I had no idea that he was even going to be there. I was expecting him to fucking, drop out of the sky or throw, a fucking bomb.
Be in one of the windows.
Bam.
Be in one of the windows where Bruce Wayne was. Like, that was the idea. I thought he would, pop out from somewhere, but to be right there, you're right, is very shocking.
The intro to that movie, though, is just so fucking good, because, I mean, he just figures out a way to fuck with everybody so that everybody kills each other, and then next thing you know...
of elimination. He told me to eliminate you.
I was like,
he told me to eliminate you, and then he's the guy at the end. Eventually set everyone up and is like, oh, I'm taking this bus. And he times it perfect to where he goes out of the bank to where all the other school buses are.
Yeah, I was just like...
Genius. Like, that's what I'm saying. But, Johnny?
I really haven't had a gas moment because I haven't seen any since the last one that had Batman and Robin in it.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
Poop on your mole.
That's okay, though, because I haven't seen a lot of the Green Lantern movies, so...
Okay. You guys are going to hate me for this?
My favorite part in any Batman movie was in the Adam West movie when he was trying to get rid of the bomb.
Yeah, you're holding it someday, even though
you can't get rid of a bomb.
That's so sick. That 66 show is more corny and fun.
Oh,
that's cool. You're a 10-year-old and you see a super-year-old with a bomb.
What are you talking about? I'm 25 and I still love it. I still love it. I can watch them right now and I'm not even like, but this is horrible. I'm like, I love it.
Favorite Batman movie.
All right, you guys are going to fucking hate me, but Jim Carrey Riddler.
No, that's awesome.
That made my...
That's the Riddler.
When he, first shows up and him and Two-Face are there and he's like, hey, Two-Face, show me how to punch a guy. And, shoot, Two-Face is like, you pull up your fist, lean back, and strike him. And, he punches the guy out. And then the Riddler comes up and he's all like, all right, like this, eh? And he punches and he goes, Howie! And I'm just like, that is the best. That made me, I brought the kid out of me, and I loved it.
I wish they had more time for that movie, because you see Jim Carrey towards the end delving himself into the Riddler. The whole cane span and the little quit.
Riddle me this.
Yeah, and he wasn't doing that at the beginning.
Yeah, no, he was looking at
all the puzzle, completely different.
Oh, yeah. You see the Riddler.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love how they started him out as, an everyday, this is how I was until I found my mojo.
Edward Nygma.
Oh, yeah. And, I loved it, and I loved Robin. And he was in that movie, and I loved, because when they finally got on the island where Two-Face and Joker, not Joker, the Riddler, he goes, holy crap, Batman. And he's like, what'd you say? And he's like, there's holes all over the ground.
Which is good. I like that aspect of it. That's what made The Dark Knight so good and Batman Begins. It took a more serious aspect, and it became more psychological, very real life.
Yeah, and I understand that he wanted it to go away from all that stuff, but don't change a character that everyone's loved for years. That's all I'm saying.
You mentioning Jim Carrey as the Riddler, dude, whenever I heard that Johnny Depp was going to be the Riddler, that was the shit, because, I was like, that's the only actor I could possibly imagine, besides Gary Oldman, which he's already in there, that could honestly be that versatile and be able to do a better job than Jim Carrey, because Jim Carrey was so damn good.
Oh, when I thought about Johnny Depp being the Riddler, I thought about Heath Ledger being the Joker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's that part, he's such a adverse actor.
Yeah.
He could come in, just because the movies that Johnny Depp has done with Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and all the other flicks he's done, Edward Scissorhands, and then just the newer movie, The Rum Diaries, and Cry Baby, and all those movies that he's been in, his acting is not subpar at all. It's number one in my life.
Most definitely.
And to see him be the Riddler would have been epic, but he declined. And Christopher Nolan said he didn't want to do the Riddler, and he was going to do Mr. Freeze, and then he said he doesn't want to do Mr. Freeze, and then they ended up doing, in The Dark Knight Rises, everybody knows, obviously, they're going to have Bane and Catwoman.
Yeah.
And Anne Hathaway is going to be Catwoman. And I can't remember the fellow's name that's going to play Bane. I think it's one of his first big roles.
He was in a lawyer.
He's one of his first big roles. It's kind of a scary situation, though, because you're taking someone who's not really synonymous with playing evil people or having a lot of expanding acting roles and just kind of throwing them into an epic movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have something I want to say about the Riddler. I'm sorry I keep going back to this, but
Oh, no,
you know how you're thinking about, Johnny Depp and stuff, but I've seen someone else, Big Bang Theory. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I would love to see him. He already had that intellect from the Big Bang Theory. I would love to see the guy who plays Sheldon.
Well, let's
in that.
You look at how they depict the Riddler in the old movie.
Skinny, lanky.
Right, but you would think now that it would be like long black hair, the weird glasses, very super intellectual, cut off from society.
And you just explained Sheldon except without long hair.
Exactly, yeah.
He already had that I'm smarter than everyone. That's why I waste my time with people.
Right, but I see him, I think he's more of he's a funny person. Like the Riddler, he would not be a good, serious Riddler.
I think he would.
I have to disagree with you because I think that he's on like a daily show anyways.
Yeah.
And like if you bring somebody that's never been in a big time movie like that as their first role on top of, I've never seen the guy do a serious role besides Sheldon.
I haven't seen him do anything.
Well, he was in the Muppets too, but
that's
serious.
more. I think that's more along his lines of movies.
Yeah, but I would love to see it because he plays that. He's got that tall, lanky thing, the look that I see the Riddler as, because he's supposed to be really super nerdy. And I think Johnny Depp just has a little too much meat on his bone. I guess I'm saying, I think he just seems kind of.
He's too sexy.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
But if you take the situation with Sheldon, I'm not against it. If he got the part, it would be cool to see him be bad and dark. It'd be like one of those things where like, wow, this is fucking cool. But with Johnny Depp, I see he's played darker parts before, like Secret Window.
Oh, I'm not doubting that Johnny Depp could do it.
I think he would delve into it really bad.
I just think someone else was better for the job.
Right. Like I said, they didn't do Mr. Freeze, which I was really hoping they were going to do.
They need to after fucking it up the first time.
Has anybody else?
I think that's why he didn't want to touch on it.
Damn.
Yes, I think he might.
I think this is the last Christopher Nolan Batman movie we're going to see Dark Knight Rises.
I hope not, because he's good at it.
And I think they're going to.
What he does.
He's already said several times this is his last Batman movie.
They'll continue on with it, I think.
Yeah, but it won't.
But I know it won't be him.
And you know what? It's going to be one of those situations to where I feel like if they don't do it right, it's going to royally screw up the Batman series.
Have you seen Bronson? Has anybody seen Bronson? Based on Charles Bronson, the notorious English, criminal that he got put into a prison over there, and basically he kept on beating the shit out of every guards in every one of the prisons. So he had to keep on getting transferred. And that's what Bronson was based on. That's what Tom Hardy, the one that's playing Bane, was in. And basically, he did a murderous job on that freaking movie, man. He was so damn good because they had these parts where like it was psychotic, where it had like him talking to the audience like it was almost like Clockwork Orange or some shit. He's just like talking to them and just like being weird and stuff like that. It has all his makeup on, like one side was a woman, one side was a man. It's weird.
That's cool.
And I was like, this is actually, after watching this movie, I think this is going to be perfect for Bane. Because
after watching him in Warrior, he is ripped like a mother in Warrior, and he is a hard ass. I just can't wait to see him in it because I think he's going to do great.
He doesn't need to be any bigger than what he is, man. I think he's pretty good at his size right now.
But I just can't wait.
I can't wait to see The Dark Knight Rises. I mean, I want all of us to get
we're going
in a fucking vehicle together and go to IMAX in Evansville and go see it. That's what I want.
I wish I already had a girl pregnant so that I could have my baby on the day that happens. The Dark Knight Rises.
Name him Bruce.
The day of The Dark Knight Rises,
Yeah.
I named him Bruce Wayne Phillips. You damn right. Fucking hell yeah.
All right.
You're all pregnant now.
But today is the Batman show, and we're going to talk more about Batman,
comics from Batman. I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of other segments about some of his sidekicks and things like that. But right now we're going to know one of my favorite portions of the show, and that's the news. And Georgie, you, my friend, have been doing an awesome job on these.
Thank you.
And I am just super excited to hear some of the questions you have for news. I'm ready to answer them. I'm pretty stoked.
This is Noob News with George the Flash Phillips.
Good evening, people. How's it going? Basically, today's show we're talking about Batman, one of my, actually, I'd have to probably say my favorite superhero. I mean, I've watched all his movies since I was a little kid. I mean, it's just always, they've always had all the best actors in all their movies. Tommy Lee Jones was, Two-Face, kind of weird. But, his role, he was just being told what to do by the director. But, I mean, still, every single one of those movies, I still have to say that I still watch till the fucking day I die, just because, that's how I am. But personally, me, I can't watch any of the Adam West stuff because, it's just too PG for me. But I don't know.
Anyway, I can't watch the one without Kilmer. That one makes me want to kill myself. He was the worst Batman ever. I'm sorry. You can't watch Adam West. I can't watch Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer made me want to kill myself.
I thought it was pretty good.
I can't watch George Clooney.
Yeah,
I can handle George Clooney. It's the rest of the actors that was in it,
I can't watch that movie.
Mr. Freeze.
It's like my kryptonite. If I watch it, I start getting sick and throw up.
But Val Kilmer just killed it for me. He's not Bruce Wayne. That's all I'm going to say. He is just not Bruce Wayne. He broke my heart. Fuck you, Val Kilmer. You broke it. Broke it too, you little bastard. But, all right, sorry, George. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go for it, buddy.
Oh, no problem. All right, let's get this shit started. All right. Mike, you all in?
Yes,
we're good. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay. Since a vampire can turn into a bat, can Batman, being a big-ass bat, turn into a tiny vampire?
No. Batman has no powers of any kind.
It's possible.
Supernatural, magical, anything.
They did try to incorporate that
With the
man bat thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when they were writing it, you see it in the comics because they were trying to go with because the first comics they're trying to go kind of for a vampire bat thing. And I guess the initial idea was to make Batman into a vampire, but they decided against it and just did the man bat.
Which was pretty badass.
Which was cool. I mean, we got the show named after him. He's right over there sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm going to go hump him in a little bit.
He hates that. Don't do that. He's going to wake up and smack.
I got my red Red Rocket? Yeah. I got my ring. I don't matter, Fuck this world up.
Okay. Now, let's see. So in the city of Gotham, we have Mr. Freeze, Clayface, Two-Face, Bane, Poison Ivy, the Riddler, Catwoman, Deadshot, Killer Croc, Penguin, the Mad Hatter, Ra's al Ghul, Red Hood, the Scarecrow, and of course the Joker. But out of all, including these, not just including these though, who do you believe is the best Batman villain?
I think we're all in agreement here. It's going to be Joker. He's Batman's Lex Luthor,
Yeah.
He is Batman, to Batman what Lex Luthor is to Superman. He is the ultimate bad guy, and he's always there. He's always going to be there. Even, look at The Dark Knight. Best villain so far in the movies. I can't think of anything wrong with the Joker. I mean, I love his gadgets. I love his toys. I love his personality.
Yeah.
From the comics, from the, old TV show, from the cartoons, Mark Hamill, you got to give him some love. And then you got the movie. And all of them are great. I love all of them, and I'm going to have to go with Joker.
Want to go this way? Whoever. I think I'm going to break this down in 3 segments. Because I can't just say one.
Yeah, I understand. The same way with me, man.
I'll get the big one out of the way. Obviously, his most epic villain ever. He gets enjoyment out of having fights with the Joker.
Yeah.
So obviously that one, the Joker. But then I think about the second one, who he just loathes, does not want to deal with, never wants to see the guy because it's always near-death experience. And that's Clayface.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you might say Killer Croc for a second. But
That's Clayface.
Clayface is a hard ass.
Clayface, man.
It's so hard to defeat.
In the comics and the Batman animated series, literally every time there's a situation with him too, he almost kills Batman. Like Batman barely gets away.
Yeah.
That's like what you Robin.
Why he was able to turn...
Robin saves his life all the time
With Clayface.
I never got why Clayface was able to turn like metal. Like in like the animated series, I remember like he'd always be able to turn to metal. Like his arm, he'd be like...
Yeah, he'd be able to
he'd
clay it into a weapon and harden it. But it's not metal, it's like hardened rock. It just
It'd be like rock.
It just looks that way, but it was all clay, rock, you know.
Yeah, I guess it just gave me the appearance of
Yeah.
glory that was.
And when we're kids, we see what we want to see.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, that's 2 down.
Okay, and then the third one, which kind of ruined, is Batman hates being in the water. Doesn't like it. And in the episodes you see with Killer Croc, he's always in the water. He almost drowns Batman the first time they meet. Like, he just holds him by the throat underwater. And picks, the only thing that stopped Killer Croc from killing Batman in their first encounter was he kept picking him up and smiling at him, giving him time to breathe and laughing in his face, and then he'd throw him back under the water and some more. And then, like, the third time he did it, Batman got him. Yeah.
He was working on him playing the entire time he was drowning.
Right. He's like, this is it. I got a few seconds.
Yeah, he's like, this is my last chance or I'm going to die. And he always, that's what I love about Batman.
Yeah.
He's that last minute. You may have beat the crap out of me, but I'm going to fuck your world up.
And I mean, that list can go on. Like, I can justify every one of those bad guys I saw. And I feel like that's another reason why Batman is so great. He has great, epic supervillains.
Yeah.
Like, the Riddler, he will mind fuck you. The Killer Croc, brute strength, water. Batman hates water.
Yeah.
The Joker, he's very psychological and chemically advanced with, like, weapons and things like that.
Yeah.
So he's very tricky and smart and very good set up traps for you.
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy, yeah. She is just ridiculous. Like, there's no way to describe her, but, like,
Freaking Mother
tree hugger. Tree hugger to the supreme.
She smokes weed. She probably smokes weed. All right.
And then Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
That's punishment
Oh,
itself.
yeah.
He's almost killed Batman a few times, too. But, sorry, go ahead, George.
So Nathan?
Jonathan.
John.
That was a German form of John. John Mayhole? John Mayhole?
I really don't have a favorite Batman villain.
You do not like Batman, do you?
I like Batman, but, you know, I wouldn't pick Joker because I hate clowns, period.
Yeah, we went through that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who do you think is the best villain to him, then?
Well, I haven't really seen too many villains because most of the Batman I saw was Adam West and the animated series.
Yeah.
Favorite? I'll take his guess. His favorite villain is Catwoman.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Because he's into chicks and leather.
They eventually get together in the future comics and have a kid named the Huntress.
That's actually gone towards my next question. Okay.
We're answering them before he even...
Batman's always come to have a relationship with both female villains and the damsels in distress. But I've never really heard of him getting nasty with any of them. I mean, he's a freaking millionaire singing Bruno Mars all day, but he even has a shot at Batgirl. Sure, it might be illegal, but fuck the police. He's a damn vigilante and does more than a knife and Gotham PD does in a freaking year. So if he wants a little bat tune from Batgirl, I think he deserves it. But instead, he doesn't do anything and surrounds himself with an old man as his butler when he could have had fucking Kim Kardashian, Beyonce, and Carmen Electra as his maid. and he has a little kid that hangs around with him all the time named Robin. So I guess my question out of all this is Batman gay?
No. He has lots of sexual encounters with villains. He loves the bad girls.
And the bad thing that always ends up happening is their psychotic nature pops up right when he's starting to get in tune with them, attracted to them.
And it's always Bruce Wayne.
Because he's got a good radar, I feel like that's the best way to describe it, for picking up psychotics, because he deals with them every day.
Yeah, I think he is a little psychotic himself.
You would have to be after what he went through with his parents.
Yeah, and he pops out a couple kids with the evil chicks.
Except Catwoman and the Huntress.
He's not gay in any way ever.
No.
Alfred, the man who took care of him, after his parents died, that's like a father to him. That is his father. And then you've got, Robin, who, first Robin, Dick Grayson, would do the same thing that Batman did. His parents were killed. And he took Robin in and turned him into who he is now, so he didn't become Batman. He didn't become that dark, vigilante, I don't know how to explain it.
And talk about Robin. Robin fell in love with Barbara Gordon, which is Batwoman.
Yeah.
Bad girl. And then they end up being together. And, but, yeah, Batman, no, he's not gay. I mean, you would think that a guy that is reclusive like that keeps himself in a cave away from everybody.
Well, yeah. I mean,
he focuses on his work. But
watching porn in high def on his freaking big-ass computer.
If you read any of the Robin comics, you see him leave Robin basically to himself a few nights in the comics, and he's got girls with him. Oh. And he's going out like 2 or 3, and he's like, Bruce is going out on the town. I'll see you later, Tim.
Are you talking about Tim Drake?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he just basically tells them, protect the city. I'm going to go get nasty. With these 3 girls.
I'm going to go run a train on this chick.
There's even hints at it that there's a lot of hints at it in the comics that he is very sexual. Like, super, I don't want to make this sound bad because Batman's my favorite character.
You're pretty like a sexy dude, man.
But he's a nympho.
He's a nympho.
Because they hint at it in The Dark Knight. Or Batman Begins. When he shows up at the restaurant and the guy's like, oh, you can't swim here. It's a hotel walkway. He's like, well, I officially just bought this hotel. And there's 3 girls in the car with a really hot 3 girls. And, I mean, you can just imagine what's going to happen after they're half naked, already wet.
Oh, yeah.
And they touched on that in, the movie, too. Like, Batman, Begins. He's all like, I buy this restaurant, and, I'm going to fucking bring 2 of the hottest chicks in the world in, and they're going to start skinny dipping in my freaking fish tank that I have in this restaurant that I bought.
And then even there's jokes about it kind of in The Dark Knight. Like when he gets out of the helicopter, he's got the 2 hot rods.
Mm-hmm.
And then he buys the Russian ballet team, and he's on a yacht with them getting naked, rubbing lotion. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, he's a dirty.
And he's a dirty superhero. But he always has a soft spot.
He's the one I would vote to have an STD for all the superheroes. With as many ones as he's with.
The girls he grew up, or the
Flight Chamberlain of freaking superheroes.
He has an affinity for women who seem like they can't defend themselves. They're very frightened because of their situation, but they're really strong and beautiful people. Like Catwoman, that's a good example. She was fearful for her life, and you could tell he can probably see the fear in her about her situation with that, and then she's just strong as well. It's like a big ball of mess, but yeah, Batman's definitely not gay.
No, definitely not. I think we've answered that question thoroughly.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. If Batman, Bruce Wayne in this case, never lost his parents, do you believe he would have ended up being the hero that he is?
No. I think he'd be a spoiled little brat, like the rest of the billionaires.
Yeah.
But in a way, I'm glad he lost his parents because now we have the Caped Crusader, the Dark Knight, the Adventure.
My friend.
Like, what if the writers that wrote the Batman story actually, they're the ones that killed Batman's parents? They killed
they did.
Kid named Bruce Wayne. They went and killed his fucking parents, and it was like, hey, yeah, we're going to kill your fucking parents. Later on, you're going to be a vigilante and shit and save the world. And
They created him.
Here's a good question. What if there is real-life Batman? You think there's real-life Batman out there?
Not at all.
No?
We would have known about it.
I don't think anybody has balls.
No.
Or the money.
Yeah, no.
The money and the balls, so you have to have both of those.
We don't have that need for superheroes.
Oh, we do.
We do, but in a different way. Like, I mean, I can go outside, and every car on this block is unlocked. You know? But that's something we deal with.
We don't live in a rural city.
I'm making a
Yeah.
point. I'm making a point. And you go to, like, St. Louis, and you don't get mugged every time you turn around. We don't have that Gotham need. That
We don't need it here, but that's what I said. Where do
But
you
like
think
up in
there's
the
a
cities
Batman?
and stuff, I honestly don't, because like I said, we would have heard about it. You know, Gotham City knows it's Batman. If there was a real life Batman out there, or someone like him, we would know.
Or maybe the cops are cool with them and they just keep it hush-hush.
No,
They're
they
actually
would've
cool with it.
No.
No?
You know,
And they have things like that.
someone would have leaked it. Someone would have told
I
it.
would like to think there is a
I would
Batman type
like
character.
to.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd get my own
They have that.
We're hanging out in Chicago.
CIA.
We're hanging out in Chicago, going to Comic Connect to go get some comics.
Yeah.
It's nighttime. What do you do if you see a man swinging across?
I jizz in my pants. That's all that happens.
All right, Jordan.
That's how the,
Okay. So there were a lot of facts that I never knew about Arkham Asylum until I played the game, which was incredibly filthy, dirty, sick, fat as fuck, and nasty, all which in my book mean different levels of awesomeness. But do you think that that's a villainous justified instance, sending all the top celebrity criminals to such a place, you know, as Arkham Asylum, when most of them aren't even really crazy, they just scare the Play-Doh out of people, though?
you have to think Arkham City, the game, is completely different than the real Arkham City. You know, the ones they use in the comics and in the animated series and stuff like that. They're way different. You know, you got to think about it. Like at the opening of the game, bam, it's already destroyed by all the villains. They're already free.
Yeah.
You know, and but when you like watch it in Justice League or any of the cartoons or anything, or you look at it, they're actually pretty sweet, you know, gigs. I mean, I watched an episode of the Justice League probably not too long ago, and they had a Gorilla, Grodd there, and he had like a fucking tree in his cell. I mean, they accommodate you, and it wasn't an ad.
Princess Ice.
Yeah, ice in a cell, and they give Lex Luthor all kinds of books and
Poison
stuff.
Ivy has plans.
Yeah, I mean, they seem accommodating, and I think they do that to kind of sway away from them breaking out and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not nearly as bad as the game, and it's not nearly portrayed that way at all. I mean, like I said, it's a video game. They had to have something, and you had to think that the bad guys got to it before the game even started.
But no, that's what I'm talking about, though, in the sense of them being in the video game, though. I mean, do you think that's really right for such villains to be sent to such a place like full of fucking crazy, nutty-ass people that are actually literally...
It was the only place highly secured enough to keep all of them there. It was the only place, and it was built for them to be there. You know what you're going to do if you get caught. I mean, you know you're going there. There's no, I'm a villain, don't send me there. No, you are a villain, you're going to go there. I mean, that's why. It's not they became villains to go there, or, they become villains because they know they're going to get there. Mm-hmm. They become a villain for a whole completely different reason.
And they get sent there because it was built for it.
It was built strictly for DC villains.
The main thing of any asylum is to try to help them readjust and be more normal and less homicidal and all crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Now I mentioned this the other day about a Marvel/DC fusion character named Darkclaw, which of course is the fusion between Batman and Wolverine, which are both badass motherfuckers in my opinion.
Right.
As I'm sure everybody else, that's probably their opinion as well.
Uh-huh.
But who do you believe has the most balls?
Between the two?
Yep.
Wolverine.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I love Batman. He's my favorite character.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no.
My answer might sway you.
Okay.
I'm going to go Wolverine all the way because...
Let's do what we did the other day. Let's go battle.
Okay. Well, are you going to go Batman?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Batman is courageous, and I love Batman. And I don't think there is a better test of courage than him because he has no powers, and he will fight Bane, Mr. Freeze. He will fight all of them, which says he has a lot of balls. But he also has a lot of training, a lot of skill. He is great at what he does. But there is something about a guy who is 5'0", who is metal, and will fight the Hulk and get up every time and keep coming back. He is, in my eyes, he's more badass. He fights 100 times harder people every day than Batman does. You got Mr. Sinister, Mojo, you have all of them. You have Apocalypse. You have Magneto, who fucks him up every time. But Wolverine is still going to be the first guy to go, snicky, motherfucker, here I am. Let's go. Let's go, Magneto. I know you can fuck me up, but let's go. And I'm going to have to put my money all on Wolverine because, there's something about a guy who goes straight after his weakness. I mean, he's a guy made of metal running it right to Magneto, and he's like, let's go, I'm going to kill you. Let's go, bro.
I think, just ending off that point, I don't think that's that's bravery, but it's also stupidity.
A little bit, yeah, because he acts based on animalistic,
And he does have a
That
power.
wasn't the question.
No, I'm just saying.
as far as balls go.
That's not balls. That's bravery mixed with stupidity and blind rage.
He's not blind, Rage. He knows exactly.
A little bit of it is.
But sometimes he
Because
does
of the way
that.
the person he is.
But
Okay, let me go. I didn't interrupt you. Sorry. I interrupted you. I'm a dick. No, you're not a dick, but I didn't interrupt you. Like I said, he does have the claws and the superpower. He can heal and get up, and it won't be as bad as to where Batman fighting, I don't know, you said badass super villains. I mean, the Joker, the Gas, Bane, Batman fighting. Bane broke his back, and Batman got back up and started doing it again. That's some fucking balls.
Yeah. And another thing about Wolverine is that Wolverine actually has that healing power, and he has fucking swords that come out of his fucking hands, 3 of them on each side, and he's got bones made of metal. What's Batman got? He ain't got shit.
Well, he has extensive military training. Billionaire worth of gold.
But also, he has balls, more balls, I'd say, just from those experiences, too, alone. After his parents died, he got over the grief of that by training to make himself a perfect soldier, by training to be intelligent, learning the facts of criminal justice, doing the things he needed to do to become that badass. It wasn't accidentally given to him.
I can trade that. I can flip that right on you. Because
I'm not done.
Well, you brought up a good point, but you say Bruce Wayne is better because he lost his parents.
I didn't say he was better because he lost his parents. I said he has bigger balls because it takes a big man after you lose something as opposed to going to drinking and depression and go a different route as opposed to going the route he went.
But
It wasn't given to him. Wolverine had...
You're talking about Wolverine, though, who held his wife dying in his arms with child in stomach.
Yeah, I'm not saying...
too.
I'm just saying his powers his powers. They were given to him for different reasons.
True.
Yeah.
But in the case of Badass Hero, I'm going to have to put my money on Wolverine because if you take Wolverine, put him against Batman, Wolverine's going to win.
No, he's not.
He's going to win.
Well, he's not.
I bet money on it.
I bet he's not. Batman's going to find a way to get a fucking magnet out immediately and be like, bam, you're done.
Okay, name one magnet that Batman can carry that's going to be able to put Wolverine out.
The Batwing.
Okay,
There'd be a
the
magnet in
Batwing
there.
would be different.
Anything you're going to say,
Okay,
have a rebuttal.
We're going to talk about, like, if there was no time to prepare. Like, bam,
If they just meet each other.
fight.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Too good of a
I was
question.
making a point. Because you're like,
If they just meet each other, but that's never a situation with that.
because they're DC.
He's always in Gotham. He's always prepared. That's the thing. He doesn't go into a situation unprepared.
Okay,
He knows what he's going into
just, he sees Wolverine fight some guy
in Gotham City.
in Gotham City. Batman's going to try to stop him. It doesn't matter.
Right.
He doesn't know he's a good guy.
Well, that's the
He
first
doesn't know.
initial contact. That's what Batman is about. When he sees you, he meets you, the fight happens, he learns from it, and then he goes from there.
Exactly, but he's not gonna. That's not gonna happen.
I have a feeling this conversation could go on for a while.
Okay. One last thing. One last thing.
Yeah. Okay.
He has huge nuts to build. He's the guy that built the space station, the Justice League headquarters.
Yeah.
The Watchtower, the Batcave, conquered his fear of the bat, and that became his symbol.
He embraced it. Yeah.
He embraced what he feared the most, that initially caused the death of his parents, to be the force he uses in symbol to stop evil. And on top of everything he does, you know there's still a little kid inside of him that's scared. So I think it takes gigantic balls to do the things he does every night and skip out on the life he could have as Bruce Wayne. He couldn't have to be Batman. He could just kick back and be like, I'm Mitch, I'm rich, I'm a millionaire. I can do what I want. I can buy my way into forgetting my parents. But he goes out and tries to stop people and characters he doesn't know anything about constantly every day, and I think that's why the Justice League looks up to him. He looks up to him so much, and he has such big breath balls. Superman gave him a kryptonite ball.
I know. I'm not putting Batman down.
I know.
I'm just saying. I think Wolverine. For this question, Wolverine wins because you're talking about a guy who's lived through all the wars, fought in all the wars, and continues to fight to this day for equal rights. You know, fight for
I got a funny interview.
you know, mutant kind, everything.
But it takes a pretty big man with balls. Pretty big bald man. Not bald.
Right.
No hair. Bald. To take in a 10-year-old kid who just watched his parents die the same way and not, like, just cry and grab him up and train him to make him like him.
I give him that. I give Batman that props.
Wolverine, Batman. What do you say?
He's going to pick Wolverine.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen a comic in which the X-Men and the Justice League have met before, so, because Robin appears and Jubilee's there, and she's like, how have you been in your universe? I mean, so Batman and Wolverine might have fought in the previous comics leading up to that.
They could possibly kill each other.
But who has the biggest balls?
They could possibly
Who has the biggest balls?
Who has
I
the
think
biggest
they're
balls?
equally sized.
To me, I look at it from an aspect that he runs around the city roof to roof and fucking flying and all that crazy shit, like the jet plane from the fucking Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. That's a fucking big ball. I am definitely scared of heights.
Just talk
I don't know what it takes to build it. He glides around midair with just a cape. Glides
Yeah.
down on impending doom with no power. That's pretty scary. You're going to float down.
Fighting a god.
You're floating down on, like, 6 people that have weapons that if they accidentally get you, you're done. There's no growing your body back. There's no getting
Wolverine
healed.
is killed. You're talking about a guy who can die,
Yeah,
but he fights a god. He fights Apocalypse.
I'm saying every instance, Bruce Wayne could die.
And he doesn't even, he ends up giving back that one thing back to Lucius Fox in the Gotham Knight, that fucking thing that could rebound bullets and shit like that because it ends up hurting other people. He ends up throwing that back away because he doesn't want to risk somebody else's life for his life. Yeah.
Man, I think Batman wins this one.
I'm going to have to go for Wolverine.
Okay.
There's something about a guy who fights a god. He fights overpowered. Batman fights Darkseid. Darkseid is considered a god.
Batman beats Darkseid.
Hey. You know,
How much do you love Darkseid? Let's take that.
Darkseid is immortal.
Darkseid, we talked about it. Superman only has those kind of superheroes because Superman's up here with his powers. Batman with no powers and that kind of an enemy. Come on, dude. That's game over. Come on. Yeah, come on. That's the ender.
I can't do it when a guy fights a guy who has his weakness on a daily basis. Wolverine fights Magneto every day. He fights all the time.
Batman's weakness.
He fucking teases him about his pain.
He uses every information. Every piece of information he has about
bringing someone who's dead is not a weakness. Seriously, when you're made of metal and you have a power of magnetism, that's a weakness. Kryptonite, a weakness. Talking about someone who's dead is not a weakness. I'm sorry.
It's a little depressing.
But it's not a weakness. But it's not a weakness. That's what I'm saying. They can fuck with you, yeah, but it's not a weakness.
Like the villains that he uses that have mind control or subliminal messages and crazy shit they can do to make you see things. Scarecrow. That's a good example.
Yeah.
He uses that against him. That's the fucking nuts to push through some shit like that.
But you're also talking about a guy who fights telepaths,
Like a
and
fat
guys who have magic, and guys who run super fast. You're talking about a guy who has the same powers as him. You're talking about a guy who shoots beams out of his eyes. You're talking about a guy who has fucking animating whips. You're talking about a guy who, every bad guy he fights has mutant powers. A guy who fights people all the time. Everyone. You know, you're talking about a guy who fights people with powers once in a while. You Joker don't have powers. Penguin don't have powers. Catwoman don't have powers. Freeze has a gun, but without it, he has no powers.
Sure.
I'm making a point. You're talking about a guy who fights villains.
Bane
and then
has powers.
Bane does. Bane does. I give him. He has some bad guys with powers.
Firefly has powers.
Yeah, you know, Clayface.
Clayface has powers.
You know, I said that. You know, he fights Darkseid. He fights Justice League. I'm not putting Batman down anyway.
I'm just saying.
I'm not putting him down in any way, but every one of Wolverine's bad guys' powers fights him. It's a 50-50 for me. Sorry. I can't. I'm putting my money's on Wolverine. Your money's on Batman. Let's move on.
All right.
We can do it all day.
Like a 49-51.
No, we can do it.
You can't be 50-50 if you choose one over the other.
Okay, 51-49. And you're 51-49.
Okay. Who would win in a fight?
Oh, my God, another one.
Batman, Nightwing, or Terry McGinnis from Batman Beyond?
Batman, Bruce Wayne.
What? Okay. That Batman, okay.
You weren't specific with Batman. You said Batman.
No, you said Batman, Bruce Wayne. I thought you mean like two different people.
No, I'm talking Batman, Bruce Wayne. So Bruce Wayne, he has been Batman longer.
Yeah.
He has more experience. He created the guy.
Yeah.
He created the icon. He created Nightwing and Robin.
No.
He knows everything about them.
He made Robin.
Nightwing.
Robin turned into Nightwing.
Robin turned into Nightwing. Is there a difference? No, he's still the same fucking guy.
Robin
changed
created
outfit.
Robin created
Nightwing. It doesn't matter.
He changed it up a little bit. He went to a different city, learned who bad guys, started fighting different stuff.
Batman still wins. Batman wins. That's all I'm saying.
What do you say?
I'll have to say Terry McGinnis.
Yeah, because he has a badass suit, man.
Oh, the suit does not make the man.
He's got like the freaking the damn Batmobile and the freaking Batwing all in his suit.
It doesn't matter. Just because he's learning, he's on a learning curve right now where it's just beginning, and he has to fight so many
I've seen
people.
old man Bruce Wayne take him out.
As far as
without anything.
As far as difficulty, Batman fighting people, I go Terry McGinnis. As far as who would win in a fight out of all of those?
Out of the fight, like if you took Batman Bruce Wayne against Terry McGinnis, who's going to win?
Batman Bruce Wayne.
Damn right he is.
There's no piece of me that wants to go Nightwing because Nightwing just evolves and he eventually becomes Batman.
I know, but you.
And at the time he's Nightwing, and at the time he's not like in
Batman would win.
One of the peak of his Nightwing is still pretty fucking ridiculous.
But not as good as Batman.
There's points where it's like I love Nightwing a little more than I love Batman.
Because he's pretty badass.
I don't know.
And John?
Did you know why Bruce would be able to take out Terry? Is because he made the suit. He knows how to shut it off without.
He kind of does think about Batman Beyond sometimes.
I watched Old Man Wayne
Smack him with a cane, take him out.
with a fucking cane. No, he didn't know smack him.
I know what you're talking about. He hooked him. He hooked him with a cane and then flipped him over and put the cane in his throat
he was
on top of him.
I'll take you. I will.
He's like,
I'm old man.
No, this is what he said. He goes, Ace, remind him why we're here. And he was like, all right, his face. He's like, don't step out of line again. I was like, wow.
And that's why my money's on Batman Bruce Wayne.
Period. John, what'd you say? And you said Bruce Wayne as well?
I can see Bruce winning.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so everybody votes for Bruce. All right, so as far as live action portrayals go, who's the best dude in the suit?
Oh. Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton.
Lifetime portrayal.
Worst, Val Kilmer.
Yeah, let's go best and worst.
Best and worst. For me, Nathan, super duper Nate, Michael Keaton, best, Val Kilmer, worst.
Like I said, I haven't seen any of the newer ones. And my favorite was always Adam West.
Worst. John don't have one. He did.
Mine's Michael Keaton and George Clooney. George Clooney being the worst.
Clearly.
Yeah.
I think the one I didn't like the most was the last one.
Bruce Wayne. Whatever.
Yeah.
Batman and Robin. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty good.
I'd probably have to go Christian Bale. Christian Bale's
That is your best.
Yeah, because he brings out in the movies, the best way I can explain it is he brings out the dark, mean side of Batman that I've always wanted to see.
Yeah.
Just kind of take control over the villains and kind of torture them. Like where the first scene in Batman Begins, one of the first couple scenes where he actually becomes Batman, the guy's getting a scone and he's walking down the alley. Batman just hooks his feet and pulls him up. He's like, tell me what is this shit, man? He's like, tell me what you're doing with this shit. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, why? And then grabs him right before he hits the ground and pulls him back up. And he's like, all right, wait, it's on my face again. He's like, oh my God, I don't know. He's like, I'm just a cop, man. I'm just a cop. He's like, do I look like a cop? I don't care. Yeah. And then he drops them. Yeah, he's pretty epic, but and he just brings out, if you pertain to the term Dark Knight, Christian Bale's the Dark Knight. I say him. And where's dark aspect? Where's his George Clooney?
All right. Let's see.
It's a tie between him and Val Kilmer sucking each other off. Whoever gets off first is the loser. Because that's pretty weird if you can suck a guy off and get him off. That means you got fractured.
Yep. I'd say they're both pretty skilled.
I'll put it this way: they almost ruined the Batman series.
Yeah. Almost. I mean, literally, whenever I saw Batman Begins come out, man, I was surprised that there was even a Batman coming out again, because I was like, dude, I was
so bad.
Yeah. I was like, that last one, I mean, I was 9 years old, and I was like, man, that fucking shit sucks. Dude. But out of all the Batmobiles, which by far is the coolest?
Oh, this is awesome. Why did it
I'd have to say the one from Batman and Robin, just because I like the way it fucking looks, dude. It's all like blue and black. And
are you talking Adam Wesley?
Yeah. Adam Wesley. No. That Batman and Robin. The movie.
Jordan Clooney. Oh. His style of the building.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking. And it lights up. It's black and blue.
Yeah.
His face is on the front. The face.
Yeah.
My favorite part was the fucking part where Chris O'Donnell, he's like driving in, he's all like, he's fucking it up. I'm like, oh, it's bad. And then he gets out and I'm like, oh, no, it's not. And he's like, I thought my student, the cleaners.
Boy Wonder. Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty cool, you know, and I like that.
And
my favorite was the Adam West movie.
Surprise.
Okay.
Surprise.
My least.
Oh, we got a caller. A caller. Pause and news.
They might have a new news. What's it, y'all?
You guys go ahead and talk with me.
All right.
Okay. Let's see.
But I was like, and my least favorite is the one that I see in the new movies.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, that big.
Hank?
Yeah, that thing's just ridiculous.
I don't want
to get indulged.
I mean, just imagine.
It doesn't pertain to the Bat style.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. There's a caller. We're going to take him live right now. All right, let's do it. Hey, thanks for holding for about a minute. What's going on? Thanks for calling the Man Bat Cave. What's your question? What's your name?
Oh, hey, how you guys going? My name's
We're doing
Derek.
good. How about you? Derek?
Good. Yeah, Derek.
All right, what's your question, buddy?
In Batman Universe Comic 504, I was just wondering what happened with the Green Hornet there, because they never seemed to finish the story, and the Green Hornet looked like he'd killed Batman.
In the Green Hornet and Batman fight,
Basically a stalemate.
yeah, it's a lot to be desired.
They kind of leave it to your own imagination.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those series that they never really got to finish and continue with because it was just so uninteresting. You know what I mean? You would think the concept of Batman and the Green Hornet would be really cool because they're very similar, but it just kind of didn't. People, like I said, it's one of those series you want to read the first couple ones because of the idea of the comic, and then when you realize that no one's buying it, they discontinued it, basically.
They gave up on the project because it just wasn't. It wasn't there. It was missing that element.
It was cool to see Kato and Batman.
Oh, though. Kato is a hard ass. I love Kato.
I think that was
my, Matt props Bruce Lee,
And you would think that would be one of those moments where you're like, wow, Black Beauty pulls up, Kato pops out, and Batman Kato, and then the Green Hornet just kind of stands there with his weird gun. The finger.
But I got a question. I got a question for you guys, right? Since Kato is in, the Green Hornet and all that is in the same universe as Batman, and it's also in the same universe as the Phantom. Does that mean the Phantom is in the same universe as Batman?
Oh, what did he say?
He was talking about the Phantom being in the same universe as Batman.
The Phantom?
Yeah. I'm not real familiar with that one myself.
The Phantom ends up being, like, wasn't it Ra's al Ghul's daughter?
No, I'm talking about the Phantom who lives in the deep Bengali jungle.
We're having trouble hearing you.
He was in the same universe as the Phantom was in the same universe as the Green Hornet, and the Green Hornet was in the same universe as Batman. So that means I have to assume that they're in the same universe.
No, I don't think they were in the same universe. I think that it was one of the crossovers that they did. They do like a lot of crossovers. I honestly don't think they belong to the same group or the same affiliation. So that's what I think it is. I think it was just a crossover between Green Hornet and Batman, not that they belonged in the same universe. I think it was just a fan thing that they wanted to do because they were so similar, and their stories are kind of similar. You know, you had the Green Hornet who had his dad was killed, and he became a hero, and then you have Batman whose parents were killed, and they both became like detectives and have secret weapons and sidekicks and cars. You know, I think that's why they did it, because they thought it would make a lot of profit, but it didn't, so they canceled it. And I don't think it was because they were in the same universe at all, because I honestly can't recall what Green Hornet universe belonged to. But I hope that answers your question.
For the most part.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that.
No problem. You're welcome, man. All right. And he brought up a good point. It's always cool to, he said bye.
Yeah.
I think it's always cool to see situations like that when they cross stuff over.
Yeah, they do a lot of crossovers, and I like to see those. You know, you've got, like, you just have a lot. There's a lot there. And, like, I love seeing them, and, like, the newest one that I can recall would be probably the video game between Mortal Kombat and DC.
And quick interjection.
Yeah.
Does that guy sound like he was from London to you?
Yeah, he had a bit of an accent. I don't know where he was from.
Fish and chips, eh? What about the Phantom and the Green Hornet? Because your number popped up 111-1111-1111. But
I don't know, man. Yeah.
But thanks for calling. Thanks for calling in, Derek.
Appreciate it.
That was a good question. That's the kind of questions we enjoy because it puts us in a situation where
we're not very comfortable.
Yeah, we're not. We don't know. Those are good questions.
Those are good ones. I like to think on my feet. Like I honestly was not expecting a Green Hornet.
That was a good question. Props to you, Derek.
Props to you, buddy. Keep calling. Keep listening.
Do you have any other?
Why is the Joker's suit typically purple?
He's a clown. He likes that aspect of bright colors, saying, look at me. Look at me. I'm the villain. I'm the guy.
He likes
look at me.
Joker's character likes attention. And it comes back to when they first did Bob Kane's Bill Finger. I know you love Bill Finger.
Yeah. I like my Bill Finger.
The character they had was kind of a jester, and the jester suit is kind of purple, yellowish, greenish. And they just kind of adapted that from that situation.
Well,
and it grew. You know what I mean?
I read something earlier. Well, the main reason I was asking that is because I was looking up a bunch of information earlier, and I kind of found out about this, was that apparently the reason that the original Joker, his suit was purple was because of his dead wife. Whenever she died, the last suit she ever saw him in was his purple suit, and she said she loved that color on him, and he always had to wear that for her.
Oh, see, I'm one of the biggest Batman fans ever, and I never knew anything about that.
I saw it earlier, and I was just like, I wanted to see what you guys would think and about that, but yeah.
We got a Facebook update from one of our listeners. We want to say hi, Amy Bozard, saying hi. I love you guys. So we want to say hi. Thank you for writing in with us.
So, man, I wish my last name was Bozard. That's fucking awesome.
It sounds like a supervillain.
Mikey Bozard. And Johnny had something to say.
It could also go to the fact that purple is normally a sign of royalty because he calls himself the crown prince of crime.
See, all those are good. That's really good.
I don't know. Just a bunch of different ones, I guess. Let's see.
Any
more? Two left, which is WWE Hell in a Cell tornado tag team match of Adam West and Burt Ward versus George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell. Who would win?
Adam West, Burt Ward. Next question.
Bam. Yeah.
All three. Agree. Awesome. That was all at once, in case you guys didn't hear that. There might have been distortion, but that was all at once. We were just like, this is it. Go.
Pretty good.
How about Guy?
No.
You want a potato salad? No.
No. Last one. Okay. Last but not least, Bruce Wayne versus Bruce Willis.
Bruce Wayne.
Why?
Bruce Willis is all mad.
Not as Batman.
It doesn't matter. Bruce Wayne is Batman. Bruce Willis got all the martial arts training. He has everything except for the utilities.
He doesn't put a suit on. He would annihilate Bruce Willis is a guy
Bruce Wayne's not only has a gun. Bruce Willis, he's really good with a gun.
Bruce Willis would
I honestly don't think Bruce Willis knows how to shoot a gun. It's all movie magic. But I have mad props for you, Bruce. If you're listening, I love you, buddy. But
I hate Bruce Willis.
Bruce Wayne, I'm just saying, I like him. I mean,
we'll go into this really quick. I'm the hugest Kevin Smith fan, and fucking Bruce Willis fucked that movie up, and he fucked over Kevin Smith because he's an arrogant dickhead. I hate Bruce Willis. Okay, go.
What movie?
Bruce Wayne wins.
What movie are you talking about?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. What the fuck is the movie that he directed that they were in?
I can't remember.
There was a big thing about it on the internet. I can't remember right now.
I don't remember. But Bruce Wayne wins.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
And that is my segment of
good shit, dude. Those were fun.
Of Noob News.
Man, we did being really loud. I'm surprised he's not awake yet.
Yeah.
I think he's rolling around.
About to wake up, man.
We're going to take a little break. Our friend's waking up. And then when we come back, we're going to have a good old sidekick show. Cha-cha!
Greetings, and welcome to Sidekick Sideshow.
Don't call us sidekicks.
Hi, this is John, and I'll be bringing the sideshow to you today. And Batman has had a lot of sidekicks over the years. Of course, the first was Dick Grayson. And, you know his story. He was an acrobat family, and Bruce was in the audience when his parents were killed by some monsters, and he feels like, this is crap. This is the same thing that happened to me. I don't want him to go through this, so, they team up, and he trains him, and over time, he becomes his own hero, Nightwing, when he took over the lead role as leader of the Teen Titans. Then after that, the next one they introduced was Alfred. Alfred, you wouldn't normally think of him as a sidekick.
He's totally a sidekick.
Yeah, but Alfred is one good guy. I mean, I've seen different
ways they've described him, like he's an actor, he was a secret agent in Britain. But the cool thing about him is he's the sidekick to Bruce Wayne, not the sidekick to Batman. And that's what I love about him. And that's why
there's some times where Alfred will put on the costume so Bruce Wayne and Batman can be seen together.
It doesn't matter. He's the sidekick to Bruce Wayne.
Which, you think that's weird because Alfred has a mustache and the cowl doesn't cover that.
Maybe he popped out of the mustache.
You know, then the next one they ever introduced is Ace the Bat Hound. And
God, you had a cat. Freak me out, dude.
you know, Ace is a German Shepherd that's very well recognized because he has a star-shaped mark on his forehead. And it was Robin who created basically the dog cowl for Ace, so no one would recognize him.
And Ace is notably known in Batman Beyond. He's protecting older Bruce Wayne.
That would actually be a different Ace, because that one didn't have a star.
It's still Ace.
And it was a different breed of dog.
It doesn't matter.
And, you know, then the next one they get is Jason Todd, which wasn't very well received when he became Robin. A lot of people didn't like him, and in fact, they had a phone poll to see if the Joker murdered him, and it was 5,343 votes for him to die to 5,271 for him to live. So, yeah, the Joker beat.
The fans basically outed him. Well, I think he's my favorite sidekick for Batman. Robin, just because in the fight, he stands up. It'd be like one of us actually fighting the Joker and being put down, and then Jason Todd just keeps getting up and getting up and getting up.
Yeah, he got back up.
Balls. That's balls. The Joker beats you to a pulp and he's throwing gas all over near you, and you just keep getting up and coming after him.
Well, technically,
the
during
Joker
that,
beat him with a crowbar.
Yeah, he died, and then he was brought back to life with the Lazarus pit.
You know what I don't like about him? The only thing, I love him as a Robin, and I love him. The only thing I don't like about him is his attitude. Like, he's kind of down on himself, it seems like. He doesn't think he's capable of being Robin. And I think that's what most fans don't like about him because of that.
Yeah. And then, you know, after the Lazarus pit, he comes back as the second Red Hood, a villain. You know, and then later he tries to become good again.
Who comes back as Red Hood?
Jason Todd. After he was killed by the Joker.
The Robin that the Joker killed with a crowbar in the warehouse.
Oh, shit.
He comes back as the Red Hood and basically wreaks havoc on Gotham City and Batman.
So that movie, Under the Red Hood or whatever, that was
It's about Jason Todd, Robin.
Okay, did not know that. I didn't get to see that movie yet.
It's a really cool movie. Check it out.
That and Year One, I still get to see the other one.
Both of those are awesome.
Yeah. And later on in the series, you know, the Batman arc, Battle for the Cowl, he comes, you know, Nightwing and the current Robin at the time are faced with a Batman that turns out to be Jason Todd. But this Batman is wielding guns, and, you know, they beat him, and then, you know, Dick Grayson becomes Batman and chooses this guy to be his Robin instead of Jason Todd. And Jason Todd's like, oh, screw that, I'm going back to the Red Hood and being your enemy. Okay, then after that, you know, they introduced Tim Drake, who was the third Robin. You know, but what was special about him is at the age, he was there when Dick's parents died. He was an infant at the circus. And then at age 9, he saw Robin and Batman on a newscast and saw a trick that only Dick Grayson could do. You know, a certain, like, set of backflips or something. He was like, wait a minute, that has to be Dick Grayson. And then he was like, he found out Dick Grayson was adopted by Bruce Wayne, and he's like, so wait, Dick Grayson is Robin, so Batman's Bruce Wayne. He figured that out at 9 years old. And then when Robin left and Batman started being all, oh, I'm all mopey because I don't have a psychic anymore, he broke into the Batcave and demanded to be Robin, but Batman didn't really want to do it.
until, you know, later he stole the Batmobile and fought the bugs.
Awesome. You got anything else there, Mo Prayer?
Yeah. Let's see. Then there was Stephanie Brown, who was the fourth Robin and was a chick.
That's awesome.
And then Cassandra Cain. She was never a Robin, but she was like the second Batgirl, and she was trained on behalf, you know, Bruce said, Birds of Prey, trainer, see how she works out, and then later he was like, yeah, you're just no good, kick her out.
We don't want you.
Bitch, get on my nerves, dude.
And then, of course, you got the current Robin, but I'm not going to tell you who that is because that's going to be a secret that I'm saving. That's in the vault.
Yeah, because you do the superhero secret vault today.
So when the vault comes, I'll tell you about the, you know, final and current Robin that they have to this day.
I'm excited now.
I am
too.
Oh, I do.
All right. Well, that was good. Good. I'm done, but yeah. It's the Dark Side Show. So we're going to move right along, right into the next one, and it's Super Duper with Super Rant of the Day.
And I want to look them straight in the eye, and I want to tell them what a cheap, lying, no-good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
All right, guys, hey, it's Nathan with my Super Duper rant, but I'm not really going to, you know, harsh too much on it. There's not a lot to complain about when it comes to Batman, except for Christopher Nolan. Go fuck yourself. That's all I'm going to say. You know, Christopher Nolan's good. He does good with the movies, but there's one part that is going to piss me off forever, and I just want to say, Christopher Nolan, once again, go fuck yourself. Robin. You can't have Batman without Robin. You're never going to bring Robin into it. You already said you'd walk if they bring him in, so go fuck your mother. Wow. That's all I've got to say.
And does Super Rant for the day already?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, there's nothing else to complain about.
I'm a little upset they didn't do it, too.
And he never will.
I hate that he's resilient about not having a Robin.
Didn't you also have a Val Kilmer?
I think just he thinks he's so fucking big that he can do that. You know, just like, you know something? I was not even going to do it. I'm going to add to the rant. Suck my dick, because I don't want to make another $1 billion on this shit. They're buying my shit.
I'm going to add to the rant on top of that, just for a few seconds. It's horse shit they didn't do Robin. But you got to look at previous stuff with Robin, and it was atrocious.
But we're in a more modern time. He's doing a dark Batman. And guess what happens? Robin saves Batman's life all the fucking time. All the time. All the time, all the time, all the time. And that's all I'm going to say.
It would have made sense because he's hurt. Bring Robin in.
Yeah.
Because 7 years later, he's got his back broke, or Bane's basically destroyed him. And bring Robin in to kind of...
Yeah, to pick up the slack. And not only that, you're now
Robin movies.
You're now sending Batman up against two villains,
which could lead
Bane and Catwoman.
Yeah.
He's going up against two people. You know, he's had trouble with Joker, and that was one guy. Now you're talking about sending him against Bane with powers and Catwoman. What the fuck? But you're not going to give him Robin? And I could see the dark Robin in my head, like the dark Dick Grayson, you know, I would kill to fucking see it. I would, you know, give my left testicle to see it happen, but it's never going to happen, and it breaks my heart a little bit. But, you know, Christopher Nolan, I hope you do good. And if you do decide to make another movie, you better fucking put Robin in it, or I'm going to find you, and I'm going to take your left testicle.
It is kind of sad, because you can take from that situation we're talking about with Bane hurting Batman and Robin come in, and then kind of have him in the movie and leave off with the end of that, him being Batman, and then maybe make some Nightwing movies. That would be awesome. But I guess that's our super rant for the day. Good job, Super Duper. Bye, guys. And we're going to move right along to the superhero secret vault.
Keep it secret. Keep it secret.
Greetings, true believers.
So this is the Vault, and I'm bringing you basically the dish du jour today.
The juice.
The juice is the sandwich. Okay, and this is something that I have said off the air before, and even our resident Batman fan didn't know. And that's about Damian Wayne. That's Batman and Talia al Ghul's son. You know, for those of you who don't know who that is, that's Ra's al Ghul's daughter. Ra's al Ghul, yeah. Ra's al Ghul, whatever. His name's weird. Yes, it's fine. It's for it. And it basically, Bruce didn't know anything about him until he was about 10 years old, after his mother, you know, had him and had him trained as a perfect assassin. And she took him there to basically fuck up Bruce's work as Batman. And he was like, she dropped him off like, Bruce, this is your son. Here you go, take this 9-year-old kid. And Bruce was, instead of being all like, what the hell, he was like, I have a son? Well, I accept you. And he, you know, wasn't really sure about making him Robin at first, but he did. And, you know, then after a while, Talia took him back and said, if you're going to keep being Robin, I'm going to disown you. I've even got a clone replacement ready. You know, it's an exact clone of you. So even if you want to go back to being Batman, you're no longer my son, and I'll raise this kid. That's pretty harsh. And the clone was 10 years younger, so it was like still a baby. Wow. You know, and then in the Battle of the Cow, Dick Grayson became Batman, and he chose Damian Wayne as his Robin. And, you know, then they had this one comic, you know, it's like a possible futures comic. It was Batman number 666, where Damian Wayne is Batman in the future, but he has no reserves about killing and hurting even the innocent. Do you think that's kind of a subliminal message? Oh, Damian, that's 666. He kills people. His name means, son of the beast.
Yeah. Well, that means, but we're not going to talk about that because we don't do that on the show.
2007.
Oh, yeah, then they definitely have some subliminal messages going on.
So is that's the end of the vault, my friend? You done with the juice flow?
Closing the vault?
Well, the only other thing I could add is, you know how Batman is normally against guns?
Uh-huh.
There's only one person that he allows in the Batcave that he trusts to have a gun, and that's Alfred.
That's a good piece. Good job, buddy. Good job, buddy. All right, moving right along to my portion of the day. I love doing this. This is probably one of my favorite parts. Yeah, yeah. That's good to know. Yours is, new news, but I love villainous justification because it's great. And he said it. We're going to go right into it right now.
You filthy criminals.
I am the villain of the story.
Oh no, your old eyes do not deceive you, Brucey. After all, who'd know me better than you?
What's up, guys? This is my portion of the show. Every day I do a little segment called Villainous Justification. Today we're on Batman. It's really weird. I've stuck with Batman since its beginnings. And we did Mr. Freeze. Yesterday we did Joker. And today, my villainous justification is Two-Face.
Bum, bum, bum.
Just stick with the Batman character. There's two variances here. The first one is the one from the comics where he's running. They're basically the same. What you saw in The Dark Knight is what you saw in the comics, is what you saw in the Batman animated series. Harvey Dent is running for mayor. He's in love with a beautiful vixen. And he basically has this hidden anger inside of him. And the gangsters, Thorne, that's the head gangster's name, well, his last name, and he basically traps Harvey Dent into making a choice. I'm going to blackmail you and ruin your situation for being the governor the big head chief of Gotham City, because I know you're going to stop crime and you're going to crack down on gangsters like me and my cohorts. So he gives them a choice, blackmail or work with them, or not work with them at all. What ends up happening is he chooses the higher road, and they try to kidnap his mutual love, and they're in a chemical factory. Batman's there. He ends up trying to run away. They shoot. It's already too late. Batman tries to save him. He falls near the chemicals by his left side of his face, and basically chemicals blow up on him. And it ends up blowing up right in his face. Yeah, that's the one you see in the animated series. Yeah, I figured there's a bunch of different ones. And then the one in the movie where he's tied up and there's gasoline and it's in the gas and it blows up the factory.
There's another one with, Tommy Lee Jones where he's in a courtroom and when Batman jumps over the thing trying to stop someone from shooting someone, it like splashes up some acid on his face. Yeah. And that's why he blames Batman for everything. There's so many different reasons with Two-Face, but everything about him is,
Right. Like, that's the one I went with, was the one from the comic where he has the Vixen, and he's trying to save her, and there's a big thing of chemicals, and he's running away, and they shoot near it. There's dynamite, and it blows up. The chemicals get on his face, and he becomes this horrible creature. Batman just kind of looks at him, and he's like,
have you guys seen the
Harvey
Robot Chicken one, though, where they fuck with him, and, he's Two-Face, because of his explosion. Mm-hmm. Then he's at a Burger King or something like that, and this hot grease spilled on. He's Three-Face. Then something else happens. He's Four-Face.
Was the cause in every scenario for his face getting messed up. But is that enough reason to go around and start becoming a villain?
No, that's the main thing that happens, like I said, in the comic book story, that they kind of adapted it to the animated series. After he becomes injured, he's in a hospital, Batman comes to see him, Bruce Wayne comes to see him, and then he's basically sick to death about how he's Batman, and he feels horrible about what happened to his friend with Harvey, because him and Harvey have been friends since they were young. And from what I understand, Two-Face gets out, and he's a wreck. He starts the mob, he goes after Thorn, but there's a side of him that's still in love with the girl, and he goes to see her at the apartment, and they have this interaction, and he's like, I'm a monster, I don't know what to do, and basically it goes back to love again, he was going to stop being the bad guy for her, but then Thorn ripped that away from him in the episode. You see it. He kidnaps her again, and Two-Face just goes on a rampage.
What's his name?
Thorn? The head gangster. Thorn.
What is that?
He's a really big, fat guy, gangster. In the animated series, you see him, and he has, blonde hair. He's real Guido-ish.
Oh.
He's always smoking a cigar behind the table. That's my justification. Batman tried to stop what happened, but
wasn't able to.
It wasn't the best situation to try and stop something. Sometimes things just happen. That's my justification. Yeah. And it's out of his control. You're not going to be able to control somebody who's already a hothead that's in a situation like that. And my justification in this situation is kind of for Batman and Two-Face together as a whole.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree with you on every aspect of this, and,
Well, we got a caller right now, so we're going to go ahead and take their call and see what they got to say. All right. Hey, what's going on? You're on the Man Bat Show. This is Mikey. What's your question and name?
I'm Caitlin, And a couple nights ago, I was listening, and you did the villainous justification for Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
I was wondering, okay, so you said that Gothcore, right, they stopped his experiments, so they pretty much killed his wife. What made him go from taking a revenge on them to pretty much punishing Gotham, the entire city?
Okay, why did he, instead of attacking the company, attack the entire city?
That's your question, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like when you say company, Wayne, the company that shut the project down, lost his wife.
For Mr. Freeze?
Yes.
Why did he just not attack the company?
Yeah, instead of attacking the entire city like he does.
He in the revenge episode when he comes back as Mr. Freeze, Mr. Freeze, he's attacking Wayne Corp. He's going back in for Nora, to save her and restart the project because he knows he's not going to be able to get in there. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a brute force thing. Like I gave you the chance for me to do this, kind of like poetic justice. I gave you the chance for me to do this a nice way, and you were a big ass about it, and you almost killed you basically re-killed my wife. So now this is the flip end of the coin where I'm going to take things into my hands, and you're not stopping me this time. That's the woman I love. I want her back in my life. No one's going to stop me. That's kind of the outlook of the situation. And he freezes everybody. He basically almost kills everybody in there, and it's just a continuous cycle. Like, he continues to take it out on everyone else instead of just looking at the situation like, I could do it myself, get her.
He's just in straight hole.
And figure out. Yeah, he kind of goes on a tangent.
Yeah.
Because he's in defense mode from that situation. Every time someone tries to take Nora away from him, he immediately attacks them.
That's a good question.
That's an awesome question.
I mean, also they solve with just like, a big call to Oprah, too, just be like, hey, dude, I was working for this guy today, they fucked me over, I'm a wife's dad,
Yes.
Dude, just call Oprah.
But I kind of see her point. Like, why is he attacking innocent people who had nothing to do with it? I've seen him attack, people, on the streets. I've seen him attack people in stores. I've seen him attack everybody.
It's the side of him that you want to see the villain. Like, they made it, he wouldn't be a villain without that side.
Yes.
He's doing villainous justification is just, like I said, it's just to point to see the good side of the villain. And you see the good side of him trying to basically bring her back to life. But he's a villain. So that's why you see him. He's a monster now. He's just basically a walking cold block of ice that has no feelings for anyone else because he's been screwed over by people he thought he could trust before. And now all he cares about is her. So everyone else he sees is an enemy in his way of bringing her back. That's the best way I could describe it to you.
What I know of is he normally goes and attacks and robs those other people to fund his research.
Yeah, because he's broke, man. He ain't got nothing.
He lost his job.
Yeah, he lost his job. He lost his wife twice. And they turned him into a horrible freeze monster.
I mean,
that's some dick moves. I would be the same way.
I understand this all from that because, like, not just only him, not just Mr. Freeze, but every single one of the celebrity villains in the Batman series, man, they all have their own way. They have their own personal stories of, like, they were just, these nice, easygoing people, and then one day, shit fucked up. So,
that's every situation with Batman. But good question. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. It's nice hearing from a chick.
Right? That was really awesome.
Yes.
Keep listening.
Marry me.
Keep listening. Call in again, and thank you.
Have a nice night in New Mexico, right?
Have fun.
Go Lobos. Go New Mexico Lobos. Woo!
I was born there.
Yeah.
That was great. I love hearing from our fans. I love getting questions like that.
And you can tell she listens to the other show because she asked about
another show.
But I think that's good. That's the end of my villainous show.
We're getting popular.
Okay. And moving right along, right now it's time for my favorite
Your favorite? One of your favorites. I say favorites because I have two. I have the new news and this. This is it. Epic fight of the day. And it's my good friend Jorge Chisel with a big fat blood toe rizzle and his big toe swizzle. We're going to pop that shizzle, and Payne's going to go buy his.
Serious.
All right. Your epic fight of the day, my friend?
Okay. I have to say Batman versus Catman.
Batman. Catman's a noob. That's horrible. Batman.
Okay.
I'm glad you have two.
Batman versus Spawn.
Ooh. Spawn. Spawn.
How do you say Spawn?
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep going to this, No powers. Batman's good at fighting people with powers and stuff. But you have to think, Spawn, his armor, is from hell. Designed to fight angels and God, and all that stuff. That's what it was designed for.
Yeah.
And so taking him to a mortal man, hands down, I'm going to have to think Spawn. His armor does anything he thinks of. He thinks of it, armor happens. Bam, weapon happens. He's going to be like, oh, catch that flying bastard with my fucking chain. Now I'm going to try to spikes.
That makes sense. I'm sorry. Spawn versus freaking Green Lantern, then.
That'd be
because,
with the Spawn versus Batman thing, I'm going Batman. That's it. We'll go to the Meet the Justice League. I'm Batman!
Yeah.
But, but that brings up a good one that I thought of just now. Say it. We've got a lot of time. All right.
Okay.
Sorry, fans. You'll just have to wait.
All right. What's next, then?
We're going to go to Comic Review. All right. Real quickly, just running through. We got a comic today from Comic Connect. Finally hit us up. I didn't think they were ever going to come.
I know, man.
We got a picture of a picture of one of them today on our Facebook. If you had seen it, it's X-Men #2. And it involves the evil, the Vanisher. And
that's so crazy, man.
It's kind of a cool situation to where the X-Men just started. And this is from, back in the day. This is back when Iceman was still Snow, Beast was still white and human. Archangel was one of the first X-Men. He was one of the five. He was one of the originals. You got Marvel Girl, Cyclops, Iceman, Beast, and then you got Professor X. And if you guys get a chance, you can get your hands on that, which is rare that we have it, because this thing is worth thousands of dollars.
It's in the sensational Fantastic Four style. What is that supposed to mean?
It's written like the Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Okay.
And kind of like a font. I've read this comic. It is a good one. Epic. If you can get your hands on it, do.
Right here it says, the X-Men must find out, how do you beat a mutant who is unbeatable? A book-length Marvel classic. Nothing can stop the Vanisher.
It was a great comic. Hit it up if you got time. And then the next one is House of Mystery. I don't know if you guys know a lot about House of Mystery, but if you're a good old-fashioned comic fan like me, House of Mystery is an epic series. But we're looking at number 145. It's kind of a weird crossover. DC does House of Mystery, but you get to see the Martian Manhunter in it, and it's kind of cool. Yeah. And I think talking about this, maybe we might talk about the green guy with red stripes. Yeah, I'm totally down with Martian Manhunter. He can turn into anything. He has the ability to shape shift. He is the Swiss Army knife of superpowers. He has something for everything. We got the topic of the day, good old Fat Sizzle. And Detective Comics, too. Yeah. Wow. Oh, my God. This is a later one, but it's still cool. It's Team Fight Signalman. I've never even heard of Signalman.
He has a music symbol.
You know what's kind of funny is he has kind of looking at Signalman, he has that original drawing feel that they had for Batman. It's very cool. It was, but he wears the bright red and the funny cape and all that stuff. From base what I heard of, they sent us the ones that we talk about on our show. Right. And this is kind of a cool little thing. And I guess they're going to do this every week, and they're going to send us new ones. But like I said, if you guys get a chance, Batman, Detective Comics, number 466, X-Men, number 2, old school classic X-Men, and then it would be Uncanny X-Men if you're looking for it online or anything at the auction house.
and then House of Mystery, number 145. Go to ComicConnect.com. If you're in Chicago, if you're in New York, or any of those affiliated areas in the States, go there, check out their comics. They got really awesome comics.
Tell them we sent you. Tell them, you got Mad Love from the Just Us League, and they'll take, who knows, you might get a discount.
I mean, each one of these I'm looking at right now, I mean, it's like a freaking time machine, right in my hand, dude.
Really quick, sad day in sports. Derrick Rose tore his ACL. He's out for the playoffs. Bulls, right now, it's good that, as I'm saying in this instance, it's good that they've had experience without him there. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Bulls are going to play really well without him.
Fingers crossed.
They play Tuesday night against Philadelphia in Chicago again. They won the first game. But like I said, Derrick Rose is out. It's just devastating to the team, but the experience without him helped them a lot. So I'm thinking they're going to win at least this series, and we'll move on series at a time. But we're going to move on to the next segment.
I definitely have to do this one. I'm sorry. I don't mean to steal any glory, but it's Batman Day. We are going to do favorite superhero gadgets. Let's keep it in Batman theme.
We got sex with superheroes.
We can do that.
We can do both.
Next. But I have to go ahead and do this one. We've got to go straight to favorite superhero gadgets. Guys, I want to hear from you fans. I want you to hit us on Facebook or call in.
Yeah.
Please do this.
Still got time. You guys can call in and tell us what you think the best.
I want to hear from the fans because But let's go ahead and start with Georgie Boy. Let's keep it Batman related.
Hand me those pretzels, yo.
All right, as far as Batman goes?
Yep, Batman. If Batman is villain,
it doesn't have to be Batman.
Well, I mean,
I want to keep it in the spirit of Batman. Let's keep it villains, Batman himself, Robin, anything you can think of Batman related. Let's see what we can pull out here. Let's see if we get any fans in.
You have to admit that the fucking the grappling gun is freaking amazing. I mean, that's pretty much like Spider-Man in a gun, So I mean, that's pretty badass. But I have to say, like, if I could own anything that Batman has personally, it'd be the damn utility belt. Everything is in there. I mean, he might have freaking shrooms in one thing. He might have weed in another. He might have a little plastic blow-up doll. He just, pops out and fucks the Batmobile every now and then. You don't know.
Mine would be
a certain version of the utility belt, the one where he grabs the buckle and pulls out a sword and it cuts through almost anything.
That's a good one, Nathan.
I already told you guys one of my favorites, the Joker flower, but I'm going to go ahead and change it up today. I am definitely, I'm going to have to put my money on Mr. Freeze's gun. I want the freeze ray. I want to be able to freeze anybody who messes with me. I want to, I want to pwn some bitches. You get your drinks quickly.
And he uses it too as movement.
Yeah, he uses it to slide on. He does all kinds of stuff. Makes you think of Iron Man a little bit.
Which is really neat.
Top one, right?
I probably have to say my favorite is the Harley Quinn hammer/bazooka.
Ooh, good one.
Good one.
Oh, yeah.
With a hammer/bazooka. I think that is a sexy girl with rocket power.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing better.
Yeah, nothing better. But you fans got to hit us up on Facebook and let us know who won the gadget war today. Also, man, I got to add another one. Batarang. There's nothing better. And his batarangs do everything. His batarangs do everything. Oh, God. All right, moving on. Sorry, guys.
We're going to go sex with a superhero again.
Oh, fun.
This is one of my favorites. It's really, really, really awesome.
Yeah.
I have sex with any superhero.
Oh.
You better get the best for me.
Superman put it in mine. Wow, so fun.
All right, who's first? And not the same ones you picked last time, guys.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to be repetitive.
Yeah, no way. But,
normal's boring. Why don't you go first this time, John?
Yeah, Johnny.
You don't ever go first.
Never.
I had one earlier today, but it kind of like left my mind like,
Then you told me. Last time was Rogue.
Mine be Harley Quinn.
and, you know, it was actually Rogue. Then
You did that one the last time, though.
No, it's been,
You said Howard. You said Harley Quinn.
Yeah, you said Hawk.
no, he said Shahira.
Oh, yeah, he did say Hawk Girl.
He said he put some barbecue sauce on that ass.
Because he wants to wait to grab a
I like it. You really said
Harley Quinn, too, though.
all right, I'll think of a hottie. Black Karen. No, wait, no, I said that. I mentioned that last time. Okay, hold on.
You were afraid she'd scream.
Okay, the girl, the little Martian manhunter.
Miss
whatever.
Martian?
Yeah, Miss Martian.
There you go.
I would fuck her.
Have you seen her true form? Because if you seen her true form, you wouldn't.
No, I still would. I saw her true form.
The big white monster?
Fuck yeah. Had a big ass.
That would scare the crap out of me.
I don't know, dude. I watched
All right,
a lot
Tom.
of true form my day, so.
He's got his hands moving a lot. He's got something to say.
He's got his eye, you know, his Italian that's going, hey.
Hey!
You're Raven.
Oh.
Why did I get that?
God, man.
Teen Titan?
Oh, yeah, a little emo bitch, yeah. Why would you fuck her?
Why would you?
Scared the shit out of me, dude.
Oh, but a white Martian doesn't. Got it.
These girls are hot.
At least, you know, she looks like.
Just imagine an emo girl with
Oh, I know. Raven had her fucking cowl on.
powers.
You seen her movies?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All time.
What color are nipples?
Same as her hair.
I say purple.
They are purple.
They are purple?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
The carpets match the green.
All right, Mikey.
Really?
Mikey, what's up?
Got a purple bush?
I haven't really thought of one yet. Man.
I got one. You guys are going to think I'm fucking crazy, but She-Hulk.
Yeah.
She is a
I do.
sexy bitch. That's all I'm going to say. She can manhandle me all she wants. That's all I'm going to say.
That's another one of those chicks that can basically fucking queef and blow your dick off, okay?
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with it. She's sexy all the time.
I don't
You know, human form and Hulk girl. You know, like when she's Hulk,
Yeah.
sexy. God, sexy. I don't know.
I'm going to have to go with Cyclops.
Psylocke? Oh, yeah.
Who the hell's that?
From X-Men. She's a psionic ninja from the X-Men.
is beautiful.
Betty. Her name's Betty.
Beautiful.
And she is sexy as shit. Man,
You don't
Captain
call her
Britain.
name out when you're around the Hulk.
Now, what about Wonder Woman now? I mean, I don't think any of us said it, but I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us would.
She's kind of a scary end of it.
I wouldn't.
She's actually the most mellowest of the Amazon.
though.
She may be hot, but she scares me.
Yeah, the Amazon list, I know, like, you know, how
She's like, I don't need a man.
If you guys,
I can't handle a girl like that. I gotta have a girl who's like, I need a man.
if you guys have questions or we've got time, tell us who you think your favorite superhero would be. And if you guys want to call in just a random question, we're going to do right now, we got extra time at the end of the show. We always do a segment called Trash Talk. Right now, we're just basically going to talk about random stuff.
Oh, man, George, your toe looks like shit.
I know, man.
Sorry. Just so you fans know, George dropped a brick on his toe. It's going to die.
We're going to upload a picture of it later.
In a little bit, we're going to upload a picture, and then we're going to fucking poke it with needles and shit and watch it bleed.
Actually, all I have is a knife. I don't have a needle.
That's such a wicked-looking knife, too, man.
It looks like a talon. It looks like fucking a raptor.
Yeah, it looks like a raptor claw.
It's coming.
I don't know. I don't want that inside
Oh,
my
it's
toe.
happening, buddy.
Let's prank call somebody.
Oh, God, let's do it. We're going to prank call somebody, and you guys are going to be on the radio with us.
That's what we got.
Who are we going to prank call? And what are we going to do?
How much longer do we have? Okay.
Sorry, make this a segment. We should.
Aw, shit.
I'm going to talk as Arnold. I'm going to ask him a random superhero question, I think.
And you know what I played in the movie? If you can name what movie I was in. I love you and it's about such a winner.
Momo.
No.
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 No to the Momo.
What?
Is he on some?
What? Prank call my brother. Let's not say the name, though. Let's prank call him. Shit. He's not going to know. All right.
No,
I know.
I already had it on it.
It is.
On speakerphone right now?
No.
Got this speakerphone.
We will.
You've got to speakerphone, man.
All right. Oh, my God. I love this.
You've got to.
Oh, what are we going to do?
Hey, motherfucker.
Oh. What's that purple shit? Really?
They're silent.
Shit from?
Hold on.
Can you hear him on your
I
phone?
can't hear nothing. Call. Fail. Oh, fail. I guess we're not going to call anyone.
Not again. He didn't answer. Piece of shit. Sounds like he's still at work.
No. All right, let's call someone else. Let's just go through. Let's call it business. Okay. Let's call McDonald's. We're going to call our local McDonald's and have some fun.
You know what I've always wanted to do is call the place and have them delivered to a sewer.
No.
You know? Turtle? Yeah, so they'd just be like, what? New York pizza dude got 30 seconds. Oh, yeah.
For free. Come on, man. I can't find it. All right, we're going to do 439.
What would make that better?
66.
What?
33.
If you're actually in the sewer waiting.
I am. I got.
I'd totally do that if I...
Hold on. We're calling. Ooh, it's going to cut close.
It said 19 seconds or 90?
90.
Oh.
I think.
I can't understand her damn accent. Well,
It's ringing.
Fenway City McDonald's, how may I help you?
That's what I got the guy
Jim Southberg. I ordered a double cheeseburger, and you fucked it up.
Did I?
Yeah. I said I wanted extra pickles and onions, and you gave me no pickles and no onions. Pickles, no onions. No pickles, no onions. Are you there? Are you there?
he
hung up on us, guys.
He's not a team player.
I think we're going to make that a segment of the show. I agree.
Dude,
but we have to know who we're calling first.
I always get freaking calls when I was working at the freaking hotel, man, and I just go...
Ooh, you always call the hotel. Be like, you may come in. I thought I cut myself.
You gotta make it so legit, though. You gotta make it so legit.
Oh, well, we can't all talk at the same time.
Right, yeah,
that's why he hung up.
All right, guys, I think that's going to be the end of the show. It's good to see you guys and talk to you again. But this is the end of it. Batman show over. Good night from Chocolate City.
Tomorrow, Martian Manhunter.
Tune in tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Why does it say we have that much time left? It's because they're done. I don't like our people. No, it's a pickle and onions. So we got tax to hang up superhero posters in the main back cave. I'm down. It'll work. I know. But that's dedication. Oh. It is dedication. I know what else is dedication? I love you, prank calling somebody every time on the segment and making it really awesome. Yeah. We have that legit. We got to plan it out really good. I mean, like, man, we should prank call every pizza place in town and have them deliver it to, like, what George is saying, to a sewer or somewhere else funny. Because you know they would call us back. What if, we're gonna call, like, we're gonna ask. Oh, Cowabunga, dude. No, Rony. We prank call our ex-girlfriends. No, man, I have some crazy ones. It'd be fun. They're all crazy. That's what makes it fun. I can't name one single ex I don't, like, want to shoot in the face with a hot glue gun. If you heard somebody on a show prank calling their ex-girlfriend and them freaking out. No, they just Wolverine.
Snicker, relax, bum.
It's not funny if you couldn't get it. Wouldn't be funny, except for my exes would find me, hunt me down, and stab me with a gun. They don't know about the show. They don't know about the show. They might. I've got some crazy ones, don't I? That's a travel. You hear that? Look, Nathan's crazy exes. Fuck you.
Look, we just found out today that we have fucking fans in England and New Mexico.
England. I know, bro. How exciting is that?
England, Derek, man, Derek.
England and New Mexico. Yeah, I don't know. Those are awesome questions. That's like, whatever. It's like a big shot pop and put posters on. They want to see